guys wanted at the end of the year. From a coaching perspective, how do you measure success with what you guys went through over the course of this year?
It's still a little bit fresh, so it's a little bit difficult to really measure success. Our goal this year and every year will always be a championship. A lot of the ways that I measure success are by the intangible things that are sometimes hard to see that you learn about a group from being around them every day. Culture and commitment to work is one of those major components that allow a team to have success, and that's one area where I thought we improved drastically, and it's a huge credit to the guys. I've said it all along that the culture that we've created is what allowed us to have that push in the second half, what allowed us to be in this situation, to be playing playoff hockey, to be in the second round, and to be playing playoff hockey at home. With that being said, obviously we're frustrated with the result and the way it ended, but there's a lot of good things to take from this season. And today, with exit meetings and different things going on, it's a little bit of a bittersweet experience. You're excited, for the guys that are leaving and the opportunity to follow them in their careers. And one message that I wanted to make sure that every guy leaving understood is that, within our staff, they have 3 guys that are their fans for life, and we'll continue to watch them and root for them and cheer them on, and wish nothing but the best for them. And the guys returning, obviously it's a new opportunity for them to improve over the summer, to use maybe the frustration from this last weekend as fuel to get better every single day. And then as we get into next season, it could be a new opportunity for them to take an expanded role in their own game, in leadership qualities and that side of it. So it's an important day. I think all in all, we're proud of the year that we had. We're proud of what we accomplished as a group, but not satisfied.
In your first year of head coaching in this league, what are some of the big things that you learned, whether it be about the league, about yourself, or your own coaching style, that you were able to take away from the season?
One of the things I learned about the league is kind of something I already knew, that it's a hard league, and there's great coaches in this league, and you have to be prepared, and preparation is extremely important. It was a great experience, and it was a great group to do it with, and I'm extremely thankful for the group of guys that I came into and inherited. I'm extremely thankful for my staff and the huge part that they played in the success that we had, and the experience that I had. I think I'm constantly evaluating and reevaluating the way I do things, and my thoughts on certain situations, and there's a lot of things that I want to improve on and continue to grow and be better, and I think it's important that I do that, and the same message that I give to players is the same message that I hold myself accountable to. Continue to learn, continue to grow, continue to get better all the time. Use the resources that I have available to me to do that, and to expand my knowledge, the way I do things, and improve on them and be better.
How have you seen this team grow as the season went on?
Training camp till now it's different. It's a drastically different group, and I think our fans, that have been there all year, saw it firsthand. And early in the season, we were a young group, not as cohesive of a group as we ended, obviously, and within games early in the year, if we were to give up a third period goal or lose a lead in the third, we struggled to find momentum, we struggled to find a push, we struggled to find a way to work ourselves out of it, and it was drastically different at the end of the year. I think most teams in this league will tell you that they were keeping an eye on Lincoln. They weren't excited about playing Lincoln. And that's a huge credit to the guys and the culture that they created, the identity that they created, where, in the face of adversity, we go to work and we work harder, we come together, do things right. And so the major difference is the culture, and the culture that guys invested in, the guys have created. And, so I think looking back right now, that's what I'm most proud of. Our ability to create a push in the third, to come back in situations, to really bear down in those tight situations was very impressive late in the year.
You talked about inheriting a team and inheriting a lot of guys that came from a previous coach, but with the experience that came in and learning a new system and getting that buy-in to the new system, how important was it to have not only just a veteran core, but the group of veteran core that you had to be able to help you and instill that and to make that push in the second half?
Yeah, the first step for our staff was getting that group of returning guys, not only guys that played in Lincoln last year, but returning guys to the league to buy in, because they kind of push the culture and push the identity of a team. And so, that first step of creating a relationship with those guys and earning their trust was the biggest thing for us, and it was our first task. It's a huge credit to the guys that we had and their willingness to buy in, their willingness to try new things, and my message to all those guys was obviously thank you, and thank you for embracing the change, embracing myself and the rest of the staff and what we were trying to accomplish as a group. So without them, who's to say if it would have happened or when it would have happened, and it's a huge credit to those guys.
With knowing who's going to be returning next year and heading into the 2018-19 season, there's not going to be as much of a learning curve for a lot of guys because of the veterans coming back. How do you think that can help this team to pick right back up where you left off heading into 2018-19? Just talking about specifically the nucleus returning.
Yeah, the nucleus is huge, and our message to those guys in their exit interviews today was it's a new opportunity for them to set the tempo and to set the tone. They know the way we do things, the way we run practices, how we like to start fast and crisp. It's up to those guys now to take that next step in their own development to create or to continue that culture of what it looks like when it's time to go to work and what it looks like to be focused, and make sure that they're leading the way not only through example but through conversation with the new guys that we bring in and the young guys that we bring in.
All of a sudden, draft day is going to be around the corner, camps are going to be coming up, futures camps, main camp, and then before you know it, training camp. What are you most looking forward to about the building process for next season and getting that assemblance of the team for next year?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to being a part of the process, and it's hard right now to talk about next year, but no, I'm excited. I'm excited about what we accomplished, what the young guys, the steps that they took throughout the year, and the maturing that they did throughout the year. And then I'm excited to bring new guys into the fold and have those guys that have been through it, and we've been through a year together now together. It goes a long way as far as establishing that culture and establishing our team identity, and those guys are going to be relied on to lead the way and to set the tempo, and to be involved in the draft process and the tryout camp process is exciting for me to get in and create those relationships with guys that we'll have coming in.
What are you going to remember most about your first year as a head coach with the team specifically you had?
I'm going to remember a lot of things. I think from January on, it was extremely memorable, extremely encouraging and exciting. There's been multiple times where you feel like you have a team that's good and has the ability to be really good. To see our guys overcome the adversity, to be on the outside looking in and to make the push that we made throughout the last 3 months of the season is extremely memorable. But more than that, it's the relationship with the players and the guys that are leaving. It's always hard to say goodbye, but at the same time, I'm extremely excited for them. I'm extremely thankful for what they've done for Lincoln and our organization, and what they've done for me in my first year. So those relationships are something that we'll have forever, and I'm excited about what the future holds for all those guys.